get to enjoy and savor this nice cake, you know, flavored differently, the artistry aspect of it, you know, what it is that the bakers would do, or, you know, these people who are in the world of pastries will do. So we get into this space and, you know, learn some more about the baking aspects, but most importantly, the decorating of cakes. And Ray is here. Ray Rachel, Cakes by Ray, is here with us this morning for the very same conversation. It will be interesting to eat, but at the same time learn. So how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Uko salama kabisa?
Uko salama.
Good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Karibu sana. So Cakes by Ray.
Yes.
Let's start from there.
Cakes by Ray is a side hustle that I started 2 years ago. Started at August 2021.
That is the COVID. This is a COVID baby.
Yes.
August 2021. So
yes.
yeah.
This is a COVID baby. I was all about thinking of what to start, so as to start earning income. And my mom was my motivation. She is a baker.
Ah, nice.
She's a baker. So what I've learned from my mom.
Okay.
And she's the one who put the idea into my head and really motivated me to have a business concerning something that I'm skilled about. Yes, something that I will also not strain doing.
So between you and mom, who's doing it best? Today.
My mom is a big shot.
Business-wise, oh, she's a big shot.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, she is.
So following after her footsteps, different locations, different spaces, totally different, you know, bakeries?
No, not really. We're using the same bakery.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Under her wings. Yes.
All right, that's good. So when we say Cakes by Ray, and we want to savor or to buy cakes from you, so it's an online affair, or, you know, we can physically get to your shop and all that?
Yes, you can reach me at our physical shop. I'm also online. I have an online page on Instagram. Okay. And an online page on Facebook.
All right.
Yes.
We'll get to learn about the pages later on as we continue. So here we are. Most of the times we pick lots of things from the guardians that we stay with, our moms, our parents, and all that. But you know, what makes it even better is when you have the passion to this. So what would you say about the cake world so far, before we get to know what you have for us this morning?
The cake world. I think it's a really interesting market. Yeah. Because this is something that is eaten more often. It is something that the youths are into. So, and it's something that it's a daily necessity. Yeah. Yes, to some people, if not all. Yes.
So you people only do baking, or, you know, okay, well, when I say baking, is it about cakes only, or bread, pastries, all these other ones?
No, it's only cakes.
It's only cakes.
Yeah, we've measured and specifically do cakes. Yes.
So cakes for all events?
Yes, for all events whatsoever, weddings, graduation, corporate cakes, zote.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are we doing today? Because we really do not have the oven, the machines to bake. So what exactly are we doing today?
What we are doing today is, I made you guys this chocolate. Okay. It's a chocolate mint cake.
All right.
So...
And because it's Tasty Wednesday, we are not going to focus much on the business aspect of it, but just to learn how to decorate cakes.
True.
And I'm told that this is an art that is not that easy for everybody to imagine.
It's really not that easy, but it's also not as hard.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
With the passion in it and the time and patience, it's all good.
Okay. So baked already?
Yes, it's already baked. We'll
Two flavors?
No, this is one flavor.
Oh, same?
Yes, it's the same flavor.
Okay.
But now this is a 2 kg cake.
Okay.
So this is 1 kg, this
and
is
the other
1
one is 1 kg.
We're going to put them together.
All right.
Yes. Let me first.
So assume that this is our little tiny kitchen, and
okay.
Yes, we are into business. So today we'll be decorating the cake. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll be decorating this.
I have tried before, failed totally. So I'm not going to attend. I will just learn. And you know, we keep learning, so I won't give up.
It's really not that difficult.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's only fair if I stand as well. If you're going to do this standing.
I'll have to do it standing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see whether we can as well stand and see. So basically, when it comes to decorating, what are some of the things to consider? Is it about the flavor of the cake, or what exactly?
Yes, we do decor at times depending on the flavor of the cake. At times also, if a client has his or her own specifications of how the cake would want to look like.
Yeah.
So different cakes come with a different theme. Yes, and also depending on the age and gender of the person.
The client?
Yeah,
okay.
the client.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So definitely if it's for a kid, you will get that,
yeah. We'll have a kids theme maybe with sprinkles and sweets. Yes.
So today?
Today, we'll do something that I'd thought of. We'll work with sprinkles. I tried getting sprinkles that have a theme of the TV47.
Okay. All right. It's about TV47 and Morning Cafe.
Yes,
so I am excited to see what is.
So I did the brown matching the Morning Cafe.
Okay.
So the deco will now
be TV47.
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing.
TV47.
I am eagerly waiting to see what will be the last thing. So how long would this take approximately?
Approximately maybe 30-40 minutes.
Okay, so it's quite some work there.
All
right, we're here to learn.
So I've begun by first slicing the top layer.
Yeah.
We do this because of leveling the cake, so it can be all flat.
Yes.
Yes.
It becomes easier for you to decorate it that way.
Decorate it. So I'll now cut the cake into slices.
You said this is what flavor again?
This is chocolate mint.
Chocolate mint. Yes. I'm looking forward to learn how to prepare this someday. I hope when we invite you or when we visit your station,
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have a whole process of doing this. This will take how long to bake?
Baking takes like approximately maybe 2 hours.
2 hours?
No, not even
because
like an hour or so.
Because of the process of mixing and all that, right? From
mixing takes like around 15 to 20 minutes. Then having it in the oven takes around 45 to 50 minutes.
Okay.
Then cooling, we do like majority of an hour. Yes. Then now the deco.
All right.
Yes.
So we're back to decorating.
This is whipped cream.
Yeah.
There are different types of creams. We have the hard icing.
Yeah.
We have the buttercream, and we have the whipped cream. This is a vegetable cream.
Okay.
It doesn't have the sugars and all. It's fresh.
All right.
So for those who don't like their icing too sugary, we use the whipped cream.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I'll begin by filling up the cake with some cream. We also try not to put much of it inside.
Yeah.
There are clients who really don't like their cakes.
Like all creamy and
all creamy.
So then that will depend on what they request for.
Yes, that will depend on what they request for.
Okay.
The others would actually prefer cakes that don't have any cream on top. We call such cakes nude cakes. That
you bite as it is.
Yes, you bite as it is. It really has a very thin layer of icing on the top.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are some of the important things that one needs to consider before, they decorate the cake? And I know you've said very well that you look at the age, you look at what the client really requires. But what are some of the key questions to ask while they come to you and they say, we want 2 kg cake tomorrow for whatever event?
At times it also on their preferences as well. For let's say like if someone is doing something like a long distance, we'll get to do a cream that we'll have to do the hard icing.
Hard icing,
yes.
okay.
We call it's fondant. Yes.
Okay.
That's what most clients from far prefer.
Yeah.
Because at times we can do the whipped cream and then maybe it smudges or because of the heat and all. Yeah.
So if it's traveling far, it has to be the hard icing.
Yes.
Okay. So in like this, if we have decorated it whipped cream, do we consume almost immediately, or it can be consumed tomorrow, the day after tomorrow?
It can. It can immediately. It can also be preserved.
Okay.
If it's not to be eaten or cut on that specific day, it can be stored in a cool place.
Also refrigerate, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I think we're done with the filling.
With the what? The filling. So the filling is in between, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
the filling is in between.
Okay.
So there are cakes like sponge cakes where we have the filling, we do filling with cream and some fruits.
Okay.
If it's Black Forest, we'll have maybe filling of strawberries or fruits that a client will prefer. Yes, but if it's the regular cakes like this is not a sponge cake, so we just do filling with only the whipped cream.
Yes. The instances I've asked for a cake and maybe they did not get much into asking what fruits I'd require and all that. Are there certain fruits that go with certain flavors?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there are fruits that go with certain flavors. Like for, let's say, a White Forest cake. In White Forest cake, we can have a filling of maybe strawberry fruits. We can also have blueberry. We can also use passion.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. When it's a forest cake, okay, when you do blueberry, then it ceases to be what? A forest cake, and then it becomes a blueberry cake.
Yes.
Or what exactly?
Yes.
Okay.
Blueberry cake. Yeah.
So some of these flavors are determined by the fillings
By
that
the
you.
filling
Okay.
and the flavors that you also use. Yes.
Okay. The aspect of color as well, depending on what a client requires.
Yes, or not a client will want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the essence of really decorating a cake apart from beauty?
Is there really much to it? Deco is really, it's more about the beauty and trying, because at most the cake is normally the center of attraction in any event whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I think the decoration is what captivates and captures most attention.
Okay. And maybe my assumption is also the nutritional value, because when you say there are instances where you put fruits, and we all understand how fruits are very, very important. So maybe at some point in time when you decorate with fruits, that also is a plus in terms of incorporating the nutritional value.
We use fresh fruits. So it's also something healthy. Plus we don't use much sugar on the cakes. Yeah. We also do diabetic cakes, that is for the people who have issues with sugars.
Okay.
And all, so we do the diabetic cake, we do the eggless cakes.
And that's why you said also you're using a vegetable whipped cream?
Yes.
And also for the vegans, okay.
Because it's most preferable with many clients, because at times a client doesn't like, they wouldn't want much sugar in the cake than much sugar on the icing as well. So we have to have it a bit balanced. Yeah.
Okay, so for you, every time you have to be, learning so that you'd understand the art of decorating, because it's interesting when you look at the cake world.
Every day is a learning day. So I get to learn a lot from my mom.
Okay.
I get to learn a lot from social media, the reels on Instagram. They really help me open up. They open my mind to think more. Yeah.
How demanding is this? Now, since you started officially.
There are peak seasons.
Yeah.
There are months that will have good orders. There are months that will really not work as well. But our peak seasons are mostly on holidays.
Yeah.
Like the Easter holidays, the Christmas, the year.
Then
basically in a month, you wouldn't really lack clients, because people are always celebrating their birthdays. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this takes a while to shape and to soften and to make sure that is in, it's looking good and all that, and which I realize is quite some art here. It's not an easy one. And so my people, we are learning on some of the basics of cake decorating or cake decoration. Very, very important, because this ultimately is what is going to give the cake the complete look and the beauty that it requires. This is what will speak to your event, because then, minus the decoration, I'm assuming, how do we know that it's Linda's birthday? Minus the decoration, how do we know that this is not a birthday cake but graduation cake and all that? I think it's the decoration that comes to complete the look and comes to speak to the event. So allow us to take a quick short breather. We are here with Cakes by Ray, from Cakes by Ray, as we get to understand some more about the art of decorating cakes. So after this short break, we come back and expound further.
You are watching TV 47, the home of untold stories.
nimeachwa staki tena maswali.
Unforgettable at the Mwai Kibaki Convention Center. Contact us today for bookings and reservations. Email multimedia@mku.ac.ke or call us on 0708 212204 or 0727 441733 or 0721 438 629 to learn more about our services and book.
You're watching TV47, the home of untold stories.
Well, Cakes by Ray is with us this morning, and we are taking you through basic ways or basic ideas of decorating a cake. You know, the comfort of your home, you really do not have much of the tools. Just how do you go about it? If you are a lover of baking, and sometimes you do it at home, then this is the way to go. But most importantly, also, it's good to engage the experts, you know, just give them business and get the best for an event. Because in as much as you love baking, I personally love baking, but I can tell you, Ray, I can't decorate, I can't bring out the best of, you know, the mint that we have this morning and allow me to have a bite. It is lovely. Already nimeshaonja. That's the essence of, you know, Tasty Wednesday. I mean, that's why I keep saying sometimes I like my job, especially on Wednesdays, yeah?
You get to have a lot.
You eat and eat and eat and new things that you're not used to and all that. So you said this is what mint?
This is chocolate mint flavor.
Chocolate mint. I can feel the mint therein. I can as well feel the chocolate therein.
How do you like it?
Lovely, lovely. And again, there's one thing that you need to understand. Baking is not a joke. So you don't always get your cake perfect as it is this morning. So
yeah,
we'll learn some other time how to prepare this. But today we are on the technique of decorating cakes. Ray,
yes.
How far?
Almost done. I was trying to cover up the few places that had remained. I think we are good to go with.
How do you know that it is perfect? When it's all covered and there's, what exactly?
When it's all covered, you shouldn't be seeing any layers of brown.
Okay.
Yes.
And also balancing it to make sure that it's evenly distributed?
Evenly distributed.
Okay.
So I'm now smoothing it. I'm doing a smoothing.
So when you want to decorate, you place it on a base that it will sit on until it's delivered?
Yes.
Or there's a way then this can be carried from this base to a different base?
No, this is it.
Work on it.
This is now the cake board.
Okay.
So after this, it's just the packaging.
Okay.
Only put it now in the box.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we are. I think, like Ray said, that this is vegetable whipped cream that we are using. There are different types of whipped creams as well as cream that you would wish. This also for those ones that really do not love much of sugar. And these are just the basics of cake decorating, you know, step by step, and especially for beginners who are back at home. I always say, you know, thank me later, because then we give you, you know, specialists to train you on some of the basics that you would want. And while you would say that these things you would get online, I mean, it's always a learning process. You always want to impress your clients better by the day, by coming up with different designs. Are there instances where you find people and, you know, perhaps someone comes to you and says, this is how I'd want for it to look, and then you advise them otherwise and tell them, you know, this would even look better than what it is that you're proposing?
Yes.
Or add some twist?
At times we'll add some twist. At times we'll go with what the client wants, because there are others who are really persistent. If that's what they saw, that's what they want to get. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
but
right.
at times we get to change, but that only happens if at all you're having, there are clients who really have no restriction to how the cake wants to look like, so they just tell you to do your thing and give them a nice impression.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is the biggest event you've handled?
Biggest event I've handled?
2 years and counting.
2 years and counting. We have this event that we hold in church called the Valentine's Dinner.
Okay.
So we got to do the cake with my mom.
Ah,
It was,
nice.
Early last year.
Okay.
Yes, in
That's good.
February.
So that Valentine's last year.
Yes,
All right.
Valentine's last year.
Good.
Yes, but I've done graduation cakes for some people.
Right.
Yes,
All right.
yeah.
So
Hoping to get bigger orders.
bigger orders.
Yeah.
I agree. So you are ready for the challenge? A wedding cake?
Yes, I am.
Uh-huh.
I am.
Like how
'Cause
many tears? Zitanga tears ama tiles?
Any tears.
In tears, eh?
Tears,
All right.
tears.
You do like how many?
As most as they will want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but for tier cakes, I've done one tier cake and a 2 tier cake.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are now confident that you're good at it. That
Yes, I
minus
am.
mom, Cakes by Ray can handle it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Sawa sawa.
We are done with covering the cake, so we are now going to have a few details on it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
This is, we call this a brush.
Yeah.
So I'll want to do some layers on it, just smoothly all around the cake.
Okay. Using the same.
Yeah.
Are there times that you could require the help of someone and so you have like 2 people working on a cake, or most of the times you just want to focus and do it by yourself?
On one cake, not really, unless I'm overwhelmed with too many orders. So I get someone to help me with some of them. Yes.
And now that you have this, the cake decorating tools, which ones are the basics? What must you have for you to know that now it is a process of decorating and this is what will get us there?
There's this, we have a sonite. This helps us in slicing the cake, the leveling of the cake and cutting it into different layers so as to do the filling. Then we have this is called a palette. This is what helps us, it helps with the creaming and smoothing on the cake.
Okay.
Then we have this is a piping bag.
Okay.
Inside the piping bag we have a nozzle.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So this helps in putting of flowers and different kinds of decors and shapes on top.
So these ones are a must-have.
Those are a must-have.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, and then the others are just like for
The others
mambo
ni
to
kawaida tu, sasa board.
Okay.
And then maybe, no, these are sprinkles.
very important as
Yes.
well.
These also help with the decor.
Okay.
Yeah.
The color.
Yes. And also we have the color. At times we have the liquid color, and at times we have the powder color.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Any is good to work with. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to put waves
Okay.
from bottom to top.
They're quite clear. I think I like already. I think it's just how creative you are, and sometimes you go out of your way to. Okay.
Yeah. We are going to use blue.
Okay.
So I have some blue here and some red.
Remember, it's about TV 47.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And those are signature colors, so to speak.
So we really use a minimal amount.
Yeah.
Because at times you'll get to put too much color, then it can interfere with the taste of the cake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's just,
So we really try kidogo tu.
and then we need water.
Yes,
I
we need
assume,
some
yeah?
water
We have
to
some here.
dilute. The water helps us with. At times, if you use the powder, and you do it with ikiwa tu hivo, the cream gets to have some particles.
Okay. All right.
So if we're using powder color, we have to first dilute it before mixing it with the cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You will need an extra spoon, or that's fine.
I might need an extra spoon.
You might need an extra spoon. Okay. Okay. An extra spoon. So how far are we? Like how many minutes left for us to like roughly finish this?
10.
10 minutes. All right, that should be fine. Eh?
Yes.
If you could please ask for an extra spoon for us, we'd appreciate. Okay. Oh, so the whipped cream goes in there.
Yes,
now
the
I
whipped
get
cream
it.
now
I was a
gets-
bit worried on how you're going to sprinkle it or spread it. I mean, this is an art, really. It's for.
So I'm mixing this, then I will have it in the piping bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's why we have 2 piping bags here.
That's why we have 2.
Okay.
So one will have the blue icing, one will have the red.
Okay, so this goes up or just on top? Okay, well, let me be patient.
I want to use it on top.
Okay, let
Yes.
me be patient for a moment. So again, also you really have to study your clients. For instance, if they are corporate entities.
Yes, you do.
Okay, you go research on them, the background, understand what they would like.
Yes, and I really like asking about their tastes and preferences, because I really wouldn't want to make a cake then I happen not to deliver as the client would want. So I really try to get a lot of info. I at times even ask if there are any specific colors that the client will want on the cake.
So what are some of the challenges that you've experienced on this? Najua sahi unga imepanda bei, mtaanza kusema keki imepanda bei pia.
It has.
Yeah?
It really has. And it's a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
Because at times you'll get clients, they say, oh, you're too expensive. And they will want you to remain at the prices that you are at.
Yeah.
But that's really not good for us.
Yeah.
Because we are the ones who get to have the burden. We'll want to have fair prices to our clients, but we'll also still want to make
quality and make profit
quality.
and at the
Yes,
same time.
and make profit at the same time. So there are those who have adjusted.
Yeah.
There are those who will still complain, but with the good work, I've always kept my clients coming.
That's good. Oh,
Yes.
That's good. So, and speaking of that, you say you are online and you will be telling us your pages and all that, but how do you get your clients, you and mom?
Mostly from referrals.
Okay.
Yeah, referrals and marketing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, what other forms of marketing do you do?
So far, I've only done marketing online and also the personal selling.
Okay.
Like every time I'm somewhere, I'll always have to introduce myself.
Okay.
Yes, so people can know what I'm doing, and if they'll want anything.
I'm tempted to do this. I hope I get it right. Eh? This is the red color. I assume this is what you wanted to do.
Yes.
Okay. So get this. If I take it wrong, please.
No, you're doing well.
Bear with me. Bear with me. Sometimes it's good because you see also there's no point of me being here if I can't learn the whole thing.
True.
So this is the red color.
Yes, that is the red color.
Okay. Have I scooped enough or I need to add some more?
No, I think that's enough.
That should be enough, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have the blue here.
Okay.
I will try and make some.
Oh, nice. This should be as good as ready, eh?
Yes. At times the color gets to fade.
Okay.
Because it's mixing it with white.
All right.
So it might not be as
red as you'd want it, eh?
as I would want
Or unless you put a lot of food color.
Yes.
Okay. And this one's food color, edible, very important, yeah?
Yes.
You don't want to go and get some acrylic color.
And get something that will have
not
issues on the client.
Yeah. So everything about cake decorating should be edible, or there are instances where you can incorporate something that is
No, the
not
instances
necessary?
that we don't use edibles. Mostly on, there are some printouts that we use.
Yeah.
We'll get to see that.
Okay.
But so there are also edible prints.
Okay.
If a client really insists on having an edible print on the cake, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, but at times we can use, we call them toppers. Yes, we call
So
them.
the edible prints you have to
have
buy, or there's some people who work on them?
There are people who work on them.
Okay.
Yes, there are people who work on them.
Okay. So my people, is all about cake decorating, and Cakes by Ray is here with us, just teaching us how you can do some of the basics of decorating your cake. You are at home, or some of the things to look out for or to ask for when you get your cake worked on for, you know, your birthday, for your graduation ceremony, for your wedding. You also need to have basic knowledge on what you really require. And sometimes they come with very interesting shapes, like, you know, someone will tell you I'm a musician, so I want a guitar for my cake. That also is at the stage of decorating, to bring out that shape.
We use baking tins. Okay. Different baking tins come with different shapes.
Yeah.
So for those themed cakes, we get the baking tins of how they
look.
Yes.
But it's not always that you get them. Then the slicing maybe would come in, how you slice it, the shape of the slice.
Yes, skills really help, because you can do a normal cake, then we'll have, if it's a guitar, we can have like a whole printout of a guitar on paper.
Okay.
Then place it on the cake, then try and shape and carve the cake.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Well,
so there's that option. There's the carving option, and there's the option of getting a tin that is similar to what the client
requires.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to be as creative as possible.
Very creative.
Okay. Think outside the box, and it can be quite challenging.
And persistent as well, because the more themed or complicated the cake might be, the more time it takes to get it done.
You wanted more?
Yes, I want to make more.
More, okay. That's why I think now, you see, that's where the professionalism aspect comes in, because maybe if she did it round one, she'd have gotten it right from the word go, but yes, here we are. Okay. So it's basically the creativity aspect, and you know, it doesn't take much of time, yeah?
No, it doesn't really take much of time.
Okay. Simple steps and techniques of cake decorating. So back at home, you could try this with your kids, and I'm assuming that mommy tried this with you a couple of times. That's why you are here today.
She did.
Yeah?
Yes.
So sometimes it's very, very important to learn some of these things and get them to, you know, get your kids to understand this. You never know.
She really kept me involved.
Yeah.
Every time when I was on school holidays, I've been there with her.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Each and every holiday has been more time learning, yes, and helping her at the bakery.
Which is quite interesting, I presume. By the time you're doing this, it's because maybe you liked it and you realized that, you know, this is a skill that has been passed to you and you've picked well.
I think this is good.
That should be good, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I don't get to mix it well with the water, these are the particles that I was talking about.
That you were talking about. No, you'll find that
that's what happens.
There's a place where the food color is concentrated, and it can be uncomfortable. It cannot be. You know, sometimes it can be sweet, not so sweet.
Yes, true.
And too much.
At times, it has some salty taste.
Okay.
So we really try as much as possible to
avoid.
Yeah.
So how different is hard icing, soft icing, and all this? The differences?
Hard icing costs more than the soft icing, because it takes time to make it.
Yeah.
Hard icing it's a whole other story. It takes around an hour or so to prepare the hard icing. That is the fondant now. Yeah. For the buttercream, I really haven't worked as much with the buttercream, because I have never gotten the clients who will want it. Most of them really don't prefer the buttercream, because it's mostly mixed with margarine and some fat. That really doesn't go well with most clients.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
We are done with that.
You know, to me, this is as good as done, you know. Interesting.
We are almost.
We are almost, yeah?
The last steps.
Okay. All the sprinklers, you said.
Yes, now the sprinkles.
The sprinkles or sprinklers?
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles.
Yes.
Yeah. Those ones are terms for the specialists as well, but yeah. Here we are.
We have these sprinkles. Then we have others that are known as vermicelli.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these tiny ones?
Yes, those are not the sprinkles. The large size
Sprinkles
These
as
are
well?
not the vermicelli.
Oh, this one's a vermicelli.
Yeah, nature vermicelli.
Okay. How affordable is this whole process, especially for decorating now that life is quite expensive and all that?
For like a kg, our rates are beginning from 1,500. This is now a 2 kg cake. 2 kg ranges from 2,500.
Okay.
So the price changes depending on the type of cake the client has ordered, the type of decor that will be wanted on the cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We are going to do this at the bottom part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is easier to decorate, the sponge cakes or these ones that are firm? Or it depends?
It depends, but the firm ones, because
The firm ones are much better.
Yes, because for sponge cakes, it's a whole process. We'll have to use glucose syrup on the cake so as to make it a bit moist. If you've noticed, the sponge cakes are normally moist than.
And I wanted to ask, is there a difference between moist cakes and sponge cakes? They're the same?
The moist cakes are your sponge cake.
Sponge cakes, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that takes time, because also of filling, using the fruits, and also it takes a longer time as compared to this kind of cake.
This is firm, it's just getting it covered and moving on. All right. We have approximately 5 minutes to go.
Yes.
That be okay for us?
Yes, that will be okay for us.
Okay. You said we're going to have one the print out of what, TV 47?
Yes.
That's
TV
edible
47.
or not?
No, I didn't.
No, that is not edible.
One.
No, it's
Yes.
fine. Really is okay.
They're just paper toppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those ones you have to print. You just print.
Yeah, we just go to a shop.
Yeah.
And have them printed.
Okay. Cakes by Ray. So where do they find you?
On all socials, I'm on Instagram at Cakes by Ray, Facebook at Cakes by Ray. Yes, those are the social media apps that I'm using at the moment.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So one can go in there and console, and ask. And
yes, I have my number on both pages to make it easier for a client to have the first communication that they will want. Yes.
And what about the location, physical location?
We are located in Kikuyu town.
Okay.
Behind Shell petrol station. We are in the middle of Kikuyu town.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So in terms of doing business and all that, first of all, if a client orders and maybe they're not in Kikuyu town or they're within Kikuyu town and want for you to deliver?
We do deliveries around CBD, around whichever area, and it comes at a different charge depending on how far the client is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you will charge something small for delivery?
Yes.
Sawa, that's
additional cost.
Good. Okay. So I asked for this cake. How long does it take for it to be prepared? If I come to you today and ask for you for a cake, kesho, I have it?
Yes, you can, but we really advise customers to make an order 48 hours prior to when the cake might be needed.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That gives you ample time to work on other orders.
Yes, because at times last minute orders really don't work well with us.
Are there instances where someone has said, hii cake is civil and nilikuwa nataka, and then now here you are, you don't know what to do?
Yes, there are.
And you have to be left with the cake or what?
No, there are such clients, but now there are others who will just go with it.
Okay.
But I haven't encountered a client who didn't like the cake and decided to leave it.
Okay.
So these are our toppers.
Oh, beautiful.
I also make cupcakes.
Okay. All right. And you said it's largely about cakes, so all forms of cakes.
Yes, all forms of cakes.
Nice. So I could place an order for cupcakes for my home, yeah?
Yes, you would.
There you go. There you go. You know, sometimes you tend to like your program more and you were excited about the station. So I think I can see Morning Cafe before I get to see TV 47. And I think that's just natural, you know, because it's your baby. You kind of feel like you're attached to it more than the aspect of it. So Davito, here we are, TV47's morning cafe. Lakini hujaweka hicho tu shaina ama hizo shaina zilikuwa hiyo ilikuwa tu za kuona?
Kunazo ya.
Hii ni nini?
I thought kuna cupcakes pia.
Kuna cupcakes ulikuwa unataka tuziangalie?
Yeah, I will have.
Tumechelewa, but yeah, it's fine. There's always a next time and you can get as creative as possible.
Yes.
But where are the cupcakes? I mean, we need to see them so mtu ajue na they're getting themselves into what when they are placing the order. Utatuambia namba ya simu ama waangalie online?
I'll give my number.
Yeah.
My number is 0715.
Your business number. Tell them
yes,
it's your business
my
number.
business number, my
so
official business number. 0715
yeah.
53
yeah.
2758.
0715 53 2758. Okay, the cupcakes. Look at that. Voila, just like that we have a cake for morning cafe and TV47. Talk to me nicely so that, you know, there you go. Oh, cupcakes also. This is the art of decorating them. Do you offer classes for someone, say, I would love to know this, to be doing it with my family? Can you do
At
that?
the moment, not at the moment,
yeah.
but there are classes that are offered.
Okay,
yes.
for the same. So if I am your friend, I am likely to learn some of these things.
Yes, you are.
From you. Look at that.
So this is for you.
Thank you. This is for me. And that's the beauty of my show. Ray, I must say that I'm grateful, first of all, for creating time, for carrying all this to the studio for us to learn. This is some of the basics of cake decorating or cake decoration. I hope that you've learned something small. For more information, you can always reach out to Ray, as she has said her number. Once again,
0715 53 2758.
If you like what it is that she's done, then voila, this is the person to look out for when you have this beautiful event. And I know the weekend is coming, it's just around the corner. So most of the people say, instead of celebrating our birthdays katikati ya wiki,
yeah, they mostly
do the
prefer
weekend.
their orders on the weekend.
Please, let's keep the orders coming. Sindio?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ray.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and this is where we close Morning Cafe's or Tasty Wednesday right here on Morning Cafe. I always say that this is my favorite segment. Hii na ile uluya najua is one bite. So it's one bite. It goes.
That is one bite.
This is one bite. Is it? Like because decorum, I will behave and make it one simple. Nimeitoa hata kwa karatasi. Karatasi. How many of you do what I do? You know, ile ya kuumauma after this. And such is life. That's the sweetness of cupcakes. What flavor is this? This is nice.
That was chocolate and strawberry.
Chocolate and strawberry.
Yes.
This is edible, huh?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Everything is edible there.
And I guess it's a wrap.